welcome everyone for the NA challenges. It is day 2, and today not alone, but with Jack. Hello.
Hello, how are you doing? Sorry.
That took you a
Yeah,
moment, didn't it?
yes, it was quite a moment. I mean, it is as always exciting games, and we be expecting a lot of exciting stuff, and I think two kind of very great clans in the first game. I think this is going to be very interesting to watch. Great start,
Mhm.
I would say.
So yeah, we're doing some co-commentary, and
Yeah.
thankfully to us both being tired as hell, and you can see me on camera being tired. Um, which should be pretty compatible, hopefully. So let's do our best today.
Yeah,
But
we hope so.
of course, we are not the only ones streaming. But before we get to that, just a reminder that we are on a 5-minute delay, so we can't respond immediately to any potential questions. The chat shall be kept in English, preferably, so that moderators can keep it all nice and clean. You are allowed to cheer for any teams, but hating on any will be punished with a timer, because I don't need that here. And
Hmm.
there are no rewards here, so go look
No
somewhere
keys.
else. They're probably
No
in your
keys.
pocket.
Yes, obviously no keys.
Like,
So
I mean, my keys are here, so I don't know where yours are, mate.
mine, in my pocket. So
They're just on my table, freely laid. Regardless, though,
yeah,
we're not the only ones streaming tonight. We have, of course, our other lovely commentators. So why don't we go ahead and talk about that? Starting with the Protos,
right.
we have Rain versus Pramo streaming. And why don't you tell us,
Yeah.
Jack, who is streaming that?
Rain versus Pro were both Eminet and Fujit. They're co-commentating tonight, I believe, and it will be some really great games. On the other hand, Apex versus Jokers, that group will be streamed by both Papa Rage and Fishy. Papa Rage is commentating in Spanish. Fishy will be
Exactly.
commentating in English, obviously, or
Yep.
fish language, or if you could put it in this way. So, uh, exciting stuff tonight, all around.
So or unlike yesterday, it will be 3 matches, not just two. We will have the upper bracket finals, then the lower
Yeah.
bracket finals, and then the grand finals. Of course, the grand
Mhm.
finals don't matter too much in the greater scheme of things, as by then we already have the top 4 teams decided. But this is for seeding purposes, I believe, so we'll have those anyway. And of
Yeah.
course, for the challenges, we will be seeing straight versus rival,
Hmm.
and then whoever loses here against zero gravity.
Yeah.
And for group 2, we have back at it again 34, who had a lot of fun yesterday. Um,
Hmm.
as he said, gonna be streaming PPS, or yeah, PPS versus
EPS.
Curse,
EPS.
and whoever loses here
Mhm.
against Void. And that
Yeah.
means both groups will be covered for the challenges. That is very nice indeed. But
I think
he
the
is
only server.
streaming. Yep, true. He is streaming on Twitch though. So if you're interested in checking
Yeah.
him out, link is, or just look for 34 Wolfang Blitz, the
Hmm.
numbers
Hmm.
specifically, and you'll find them. So yeah,
Yeah.
that's really all there's to it, to the games and who streams them, and it's gonna
It
be
is.
exciting. Hopefully.
Okay. Obviously, it's going to be exciting, and I mean, hopefully, someone is here, either rival or is it straight coming to support their teammates. I mean,
Hmm.
hopefully,
So
we
yeah,
will see some fans.
just putting that out there immediately. I am running out of replays. I have one left. So if you guys have anything to show, send it on my
Hmm.
Discord server. If not, I'll have to start resorting to my own, of which I have 5 only. Um,
Right.
so yeah, if you have any, send them there. If not, I'll think of something in between the matches. We can't, unfortunately, platoon since we don't have the same tier range. So
No.
we'll just have to see what we can do with it. But yeah,
Yes.
we have our room invites. Oh,
Is it up?
yeah,
Oh, I have to, log out and log back in. We'll be back very soon.
really? Wow.
Let me go in and then I think the room should be up. Because I was logged into the EU server, so that's why.
Oh.
Yeah.
Why are you still on EU?
Oh, I mean, I didn't change. I mean, I was preparing the overlays for tomorrow, so like didn't go for that for
You
the
could have
moment.
done that on
But
NA
now
to
like should
EU
be in
chat.
the room. Hopefully, the invites coming through. A maximum benefit. I don't need your offer. I got the room
Yep,
invite,
there
and
you
here
go.
we go.
Nice.
Wintermine Novka Straits already in this room, and well, not quite something that I was expecting from the NA server. At least two memes are like some Wintermine Novka.
I'm surprised that
Interesting,
there's
but
not a single IS4 yet.
it's to be expected. It's to be expected though, because Wintermine Novka, in my opinion, quite a perceptionally large map, and you can kind of run around and there is some terrain that you can work with hold down tanks. So all in all, I prefer a mixture of mediums and lights and some hold down
Mm,
tanks. Maybe one mouse or two. Usually you do see a mouse here to work around B.
around
What?
that church area.
Yeah,
I usually
yeah.
just call it B ramp because there's a ramp and it's near B. It's easiest.
Oh yeah.
But Winter Mali, a map that I like to classify as one of only a small amount that heavily how do you put it? Like the better your map controllers, the better you play on the map. Of course, that is true for most maps in general, but it's
Mm.
one that even more so benefits from just controlling where you can shoot and where not, or just locking down angles that your opponent therefore can't use.
I
So
mean,
mobile tanks
it's
definitely preferred here.
yeah. Definitely, Winter by Novka. I think most of the stuff there is pretty much terrain, mountains, and small low buildings. So it can be a bit open at in some areas. So I would expect where teams to find out good positions, work their crossfire, and maybe put their tanks in aggressive positions to spot the enemies from rotating and get all your guns to aim at the position
Hmm.
and a position where the enemy could cross and land your shells there.
Hmm.
So Winter Mine Novka, absolutely you could do that.
But NA is
And
not letting me
yeah.
down. Triple eyes for from Arrival. Let's go.
Um well, at least they're taking a bigger slides. I would
Hmm.
have expected no mediums or lights from the NA server, but hey, we got a bigger slide at least. So we have Dunk, who is responsible for making, I think, predictions during the previous skill tournaments in different parts. So he's the captain of Rivals team, and he's going to play in the IS4 alongside Osneven and Only Destroyer with Fiddlebob and Mitsuhara in the double
Mizuhara,
convert.
commenter.
Yeah, and I know you're the W word here, so especially in the T125 and Amugi in the Vickers slides. Well, how about straight?
I mean, we have quad E5s. That is a very aggressive start just by the capabilities of the E5s in general. Very good in
I
terms of
mean,
getting map control.
and also when you talk
Double
about
T22 and
holding,
Vickers. Yeah, it is pretty good for holding too, especially thanks to that reactive
yeah,
armor. That helps it out a lot.
reactive armor and
But
hold and the terrain that helps with hold down
yeah.
as
And then we
well.
have Kevin
That's the
in
point.
his mouse. Definitely gonna go for that B area. That's the only real purpose the mouse has on this map. Sending it to A or C is no point because it's too tall to play either
Mm,
sides properly. But
right.
yeah, definite mobility advantage here for straight.
Mhm.
And
Yes, I would say so. Then they have to work with that, but at the same time, with the armor that Rifle possess. The low DPM could be a problem here, but it will mean that Straits would need to make sure every shot counts because otherwise, um, the good DPM that Straight has would be somewhat negligible.
Especially considering that Ice 4 is just a lot more healthier than an E5. The HP
Mm,
advantage is to be expected, but 1600 is nothing to slack
yeah.
off. That is nearly a tier 10 light
Mm,
tank.
well, yeah, and that means Straight would need to trade a lot better than Rifle. Equal trading would not be acceptable in Straight standards, you can see. But if I head down to Ambugi and Vickers to go get some spots up, spot up Charming Jordan. I think I remember him from EU server in Chai Raiders, though. Is it the
Oops.
same guy?
Not sure. We have
Yeah,
some
I don't
imposters
know.
from different servers, so not too sure about that. But
Yeah,
we
I
have a
know Mark.
very aggressive Ice 4 here from
Oh
Rival.
yeah, I'm just a bit worried that he's
Not quite
in
able to
in
connect.
relatively isolated position and no exposed position, but Straits didn't get punished for with the T125s crossing into the corner, and Rival also with those three tanks, double eyes for Fiji also arriving in the corner, so it could be a brawl fest, but we don't know.
And here we go, the mouse not where it's supposed to be, therefore already losing quite a bit of hit points. It's just
Oh
too tall
yeah,
to hide here properly, so
no.
bit of a
Usually,
misjudgment.
I'm not sure if it's a much misjudgment or uh, tactical questionable idea here because usually the mouse you find it near the church, not down there.
We see a push from the Ice Falls in the corner here on the
Oh
side
yeah,
of Rival, but currently the hit points not in their favor. If we look at
no,
the HP that has been dropped already.
yeah, and also is it the right call to go aggressive against the T125 there? Now dropping the reactive farm, but that will buy time for straight to respawn. And Rival is trying to shut down Kevin as well, so it's like two actions happening at the same
We have an
time.
Ice Fall here crossing over the open field, trying to help out on these E5s. Now able to
Yeah,
put
I
HE
think
into the backside, so it's gonna make quite the difference here.
Mutsuhara is now killed with the only destroy coming from the backside, looking for Dark Magician Girl. Is it Kool-Aid? Because Kool-Aid has lower health, and this
There he
is going to be the
goes.
first tank down for Straight here.
Oh, fire there on Dark Magician. Not able to put
I
that
didn't
out.
catch that.
Did get picked here by these Ice Falls. And definitely
But
a victor here in the corner there for Rival. And the hit
yeah,
points definitely favoring them. But we still have T22 and Vickers alive
ooh.
for straight.
And it's 4 versus 5 at the moment here, but Mounts is a one shot, but Rival, four tanks quite cornered at an area. If they could take out Fiji, that would be important, but
D4C here.
D4C needs support. Atomic is
Ooh,
still really
bounces
healthy, but
that shot.
that kill is important with Fiji.
Gonna get
Kevin's now killed. D4C is killed.
oh,
Two
that
versus
was an
four.
unfortunate shot there. Not sure
Right.
if they can get back from that. The hit points here not gonna work out for them by any means. And they are
No.
rather split. The Ice was here turning out to be superior. Winning that corner fight against these E5s was definitely a crucial moment here between these two
Very
teams.
true. I think the T125s aren't able to land the shells into ice probably, but T22 might get shut down. You know, the ice force now chasing it off, but there was a bounce, a miss, I think, from Only Destroy. Great shot, moving shot from Charming Jordan into Austin Even. How did he do that there? Um, how is some good skills right here, and he's looking for dunk as well. No, ammo gear it is, but Atomic, it's pretty much out of the
And there
game.
he goes.
Yeah, Charming Jordan is now killed, and it's now 1 versus 4. I don't think it's possible for Straight now,
No,
for Straight to win this one.
that's not gonna happen. B is gonna get stolen. When did they cap B? When did that happen?
Probably, I don't know. Probably one medium light went there and just got it out. Just got it. I think it happened very early on in the game, but it seems it didn't really work out in the end because they only have one tank left remaining, and Rival
Here's your blue.
is looking
To those
to
who
win
asked
this
in
one.
chat. Yeah, they are gonna be winning this one quite confidently as well. Wasn't too close of a fight.
Mm. They really made use of the hit point pool advantage they have at the
Definitely.
start. And Straight didn't trade much better than Rifle and unable to get isolated tanks. That means Rifle will get a first win 1-0 so far for them.
Mm. The thing as well is with the IS4s, because they have more alpha than in E5, trading makes it
Hmm.
even more easier to do to begin with. So you're
Yeah.
down on hit points, you're down on armor, and also trading power. So you need
Hmm.
to use numbers. But even on that, they lost thanks to uh, one of the IS4s. I think it was only there, just crossing over and helping out.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the Rifle's Ice Force, those three tanks did more than 3k, the top three damage, killing five tanks in total. Definitely very important for Rifle. And Straight, you have four tanks also doing more than 2k with the mouse, their highest damage. But the T110E5s, Dark Magician Girl and Kool-Aid, could have done some more damage, to be honest with you,
Look at that
when they're trying to
alignment
hold.
from Rivals. Look at it.
Oh, Rival. Double TVPs. I think when TVP got released, clans were trying to see if it was a viable strategy, but it kind of, fizzled out as teams know it's probably not the best idea to take TVP, probably because of the DPM and also the size.
That's not
Uh,
really what I mean. It's that they have six clippers on their lineup right now.
oh yeah, I mean I saw that in on the EU server and Asia server, and it could work really well, but it could also backfire completely.
Mm.
Um,
I think
I
it
saw
mainly depends on the TVP's performance here and how much Dunk is able to absorb. If Stray
and
is able to
also
play around that, might really work for them.
whether those clipping tanks can work together well enough and to be under control, because when teams are not in control with the clipping tanks, the lack of DPM is going to be a big problem for them. But
I
we will
think
see.
the main goal for Rival here will be to get some initial early damage in, but not push
Yep.
immediately, but just whittle down their opponents. And once
Mhm.
a couple of tanks are already low enough, push in with all
Mhm.
these autoloaders and then clear 3, 4 tanks instantly. That's usually the optimum way to play your autoloaders.
I
So
mean, also
it's gonna be
with
interesting.
rifle, I mean, sex clipping tanks, as you said, really good when we talk about burst damage. So absolutely, I would imagine that being used to the fullest extent when it's boom strategy, where suddenly you get an ambush from those clipping tanks. You don't want to be under fire from that. Oh,
Oh,
what a
what a
track shot
fantastic
from
blind shot as
Tomic!
well.
Nice blind fire right here. I don't think he would be happy about that.
Oh, Dark Magician here, tracked out in the open.
Oh, will he get perma track though? He is taking more
Uh,
hits,
got a
and
bounce
Atom's
there,
going for
just
an
barely. And we already have a C cap here. They will get that earlier, meaning cap advantage for Rival.
Yeah, it is. I mean, with three tanks here, so the attention is going to turn into defending B now, because I would imagine Straight trying to find a way to either get B, or maybe just go around and maybe flank them out. And Rifle, all they need to do is to defend. They have cap lead, and they have a slight hit police. Straight needs to get the information for their team,
What a
and that would
good shot
rely on
on the
that efficacy.
Kranwagen there. Very
Oh,
good
where did
shot
that
from
happen?
D4C there, getting a cross shot.
Oh, they didn't catch that.
Yeah, he just barely managed that. Got him a good
Mm.
500. It's also now
Yeah.
to consider you don't want to push in as straight
Mhm.
because they are autoloaders. You generally don't push them because that's a bad idea. But also
Mm.
there's Kranwagens. So holding is not really gonna work out because you're gonna get out traded eventually. So
Eventually, yes.
what do
With
you do?
the
The main point here, as you said, is probably going to be B, or to just try to
mm,
break a flank. But that is gonna be very hard.
I mean, usually you won't go for a cap when you try to rotate, because this is what Rifle is thinking. Rifle is trying to do. They're trying to prevent you from getting a cap lead. So all eyes will be on B. I would, for me, Straight would have to find a way to break into Rifle's defensive setup, And yes, the Crown Vargas, the clip potential might be really good. But once they unleash their clip and once they are under a brawl situation, the lack of DPM will begin to show. And I think this is something that Straight will want to make the full use of.
Definitely, but considering that they can empty themselves first, and
Hmm.
probably even kill 2 or 3 tanks, the DPM advantage or disadvantage is not even gonna mean too much, because the lack of guns on the enemy team will definitely turn out in their favor. But
Mm.
another good shot there from the mouse, this time on Dunk.
Mm. That means Rifle needs to stop dropping unnecessary hit points here because if Straight gradually gets a good hit point pool lead, it means they can rotate in smoothly and get
Ooh,
on top of the
Luminary here.
game.
Only got a track shot.
Yeah, that was unlucky from Donk right there.
Yeah. Very hard
It's
corner camp there from Rival though. Building up tanks
true.
quite heavily.
I think Straight is building a momentum to try to push into the windmill because it seems they're stacking up in this position. Luminary is now spotted, so and that Magician Girl is also getting spotted. So
What a
I think
good.
Rifle is. I think Rifle knows that Straight is going to rotate to C Pro, so they are going to now defend.
Yeah, but Dunk there had an amazing shot through the gun mantle, I think, of Luminary there in his eyes for. Really good snipe. But it seems the B approach is starting here. D4C pushing forward. We
Hmm.
still have that Vickers there giving cross shots for B if
Hmm.
necessary. And he's gonna see anything that tries to rotate around the map. And
Oh, I
straight
really
here.
like what Straight is trying to do, capturing B at the same time, but
Yeah.
also a rotation trying to go into the windmill. I think Mitsuhara is looking for Luminary's head, and this is going to descend into Anarchy very quickly.
Oh, Kevin here, absolute fantastic job trying to just break that fire
Oh, great
from
ram right here
Osniven.
from Charming Jordan,
Yeah, see
tracked
here.
Fiddle Bop, but focus fire
TVP is coming in.
Straight. Yeah, Straight need to focus fire. They're looking for Mitsuhara. It's going to be a one shot. They need to kill it off and find the next time focus.
Kevin
Great
very
job there.
low. Kevin goes down. It's a 5v6 now, but we have a hit point advantage here. 4 straight right now. It's just they're missing that gun. And these
They also have
TVPs are
another
loaded
cap.
soon. Oh, one of the TVPs just dropped. We had 930
Mhm.
points here. A kill or two is gonna decide this one, and Fiji there is down to a one shot.
Oh, but he has
Ooh, there we
reloaded
go.
his clip with Dunk. Dead. That means Straight will get the next one.
Yeah. Getting a tie here on the first map,
Yeah.
meaning the next victory will be putting them on match point, making this one even more so important to get,
Mm.
because that is gonna get some nice momentum here going
Mm.
for the next round. As
Yeah,
we
I
move
think
to Oasis Pumps.
we are now onto Oasis Pumps. I think Rifle's last game probably that the mouse played by Donk. I think he was not very careful. He got shot a lot while trying to hold, and that is something that you want to be in when the enemy's trying to rush you because you pretty much like half of your hit points. That will render your tank a lot less effective, and also. I don't know what more to say, but
I think it's
straight,
not just that. It also came down
yeah.
to some really good force that Straight applied. They put absolute pressure on
Hmm.
that mouse, and they forced him to back off, which is their main goal, and they managed
Hmm.
to do that. And that was that breaking point that we mentioned in the game as well.
True.
The way to break into that rival setup was the mouse,
Hmm.
and they managed
Hmm.
to push him far away so their own mouse could push into B and have him as a distraction, whilst the rest just mops up the enemy team. And that was very well played.
On the other hand, like straight wasn't, I would say, wasn't the best focus fire. Like rifle at one point, like very equal in hit points. But I think rifle probably there was some communication issues where they didn't really commit very well to kind of shut down a tank. I think Crown Bargain from Rival tried to shut down an ice ball and straight, but think that move wasn't really well supported. So hopefully Rival with a much better communication. This one, I think communication could be key here on Oasis Palms, which is a relatively open map, and that would mean you would need a lot of help from your Vickers Light from both teams.
4 Kranwagens from rival here, but we have a Mouse
Yep,
E100 double up from straight.
yep.
Definitely
That
some
looks
B defense here coming from straight.
definitely. I would expect them to go mostly to A and B, and I think Rifle going with quadruple crown Vargas once again the DPM, but you would never know because straight DPM is also really not that good, actually.
Yeah. Charming here making a very interesting movement. Looking to early spot any heavy that crosses into the desert. Doesn't see anyone though.
Ambugi is playing this one very carefully. Spoiled up Dark Magician Girl, so I think Ambugi is interpolating that Rifle Straight is going mostly to desert side, and I think that means Rifle is going for A very aggressively.
Yeah, Kevin and Kool-Aid here as we expected. Around the A area. Good shot there into that Kranwagen.
Yeah, shouldn't have crossed that dude though. That was a little bit of a shortcut right here. But anyways, not that much of a problem because Hippon's still neck and neck. Rifle got a cat lead. That is what matters the most for them actually.
But we now have Rival in a position where they cannot move around too much. They're very limited in the areas they can go to, and if Straight applies more pressure on that by just expanding the positions they can utilize and the cross shots they get, this might put Rival in a very tricky situation here. Especially seeing
Well,
as
but
how Atomic here is being very reckless. But he's making a
double
move
tap.
forward.
That is true though, but I'm a bit worried about the Crown Vargas position. They are somewhat exposed in a way, and you can see Mitsuharu already taking some hits, so they have to approach this one really carefully. They still have the caps. They don't have the hit points though. They cannot drop any more hit points, otherwise Straight would be a lot more comfortable in making a rotation later on in the game.
Yeah, and this is what I've been trying to mention as well. Because Rival gave up on these dunes, they're now very limited to the movement they can make here. And these Kranwagens are very cramped. And Straight is slowly but surely finding these angles to bleed more and more damage into that lineup.
Yeah, if I were Rifle, I would really relocate those Crown Vargans because it's kind of a lost cause if you keep on getting shut down by Straight's forces here. And they are already down by more than 1,000 hit points, so they now have to absolutely chip away hit points of Straight. They took a good shot into D4C right here, but they need to do more than that.
Yeah, we have the
Oh,
Vickers here now on the side of those German heavy tanks, slowly getting these shots in.
Mitsuhara got heavily smacked. This is really bad news for
Down to
Rival
a
now.
one shot.
I'm in 2K. No.
Oh, he
Yes.
just dodged the shot from Luminary here from the sidelines. Very close
Yeah.
one to dodge that. But Rival
You can
here is on the chopping block, and Straight is
I
looking to
could
finish this.
Yeah, credit to Straight for chipping away the hit points of Rival though. They've done really well and shutting down double Crown Vargans. I think they can gradually build up pressure and rush
Yeah.
those Crown
I
Vargans.
think we're gonna see a push here at any moment, and there we go, Rival here. The ones to make the move
Ooh.
first, but Straight pushing in through the B side here. A Mouse E100 is not something you want to have at your back. That is some very
True.
big damage that is gonna be coming in here and push onto the two Straight E5s that are currently isolated.
Straight also made that move very quickly here when Rival decides to make a push, but I think the Straight with the double T125s dropping the reactor farm, that would buy a lot of time for Straight to finish the tanks up with Mitsuhara and only destroying now dead 6 versus
PG here
4.
goes down. Dark
now.
Magician there getting a bit of a love tap with a ram. See here now getting
This is looking good.
stolen by the Vickers. But the hit
But it's no
points
use.
are not looking good at all.
Not
right
looking
now.
good at all. In this situation, I don't think getting C would help at all. I mean, yes,
Ooh.
they have some
Kool-Aid
caps.
getting another ram kill too.
Yeah.
Look at this mosh pit down here. An absolute carnage between these tanks. And
Very
now
true indeed.
It's just Fiddlebop in the Kranwagen left. Out to get
Great shot.
executed here.
Yeah, and great run from Luminary as well. But Amuki probably try and put a shot into Luminary, but I don't think they could do it. ASC's now getting captured. Hit points in total favor of Straight. Cap points as well. Straight win this one and make it to a tie
Match
match
point.
point for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely gonna give them a lot of a boost here, especially seeing as how dominant that victory was from them.
And
And
I think
what
Kevin
the
does
hit?
not want to make a shot. He's just pinning Fiddlebop, and Luminary is just going to go down to ram him up. I didn't quite kill that.
Uh, Turret outside the borders.
And straight finishes with 995 cap points. They are winning it by kills, not caps. So.
Yeah, but look at that. The Vickers here, Charming doing a very good supporting job there, doing 4,000.
Yep, very true indeed. I think Rifle losing too many hit points at the start, particularly the double crown bargains. I think them not moving back when they know. I think it's kind of a lost cause to say there. I think that was really the turning point for Rival.
Yeah, it was a very great game though. And
Mhm.
just displaying us how, again, straight breaking down layers here of Rival, getting
Yep.
that ice full forward from Atomic it was, pushing and slowly just allowing his teammates to shoot into those Kranwagens who then out of position
Hmm.
with nowhere else to go had to, after bleeding a lot, then make a push for it, which didn't work out because that's what Straight wanted, and
Hmm.
that's just a shutdown at the end, right?
Yeah, I think Rifle rushing into Straight's forces is a kind of a last ditch effort, but they lost way too many hit points at the start. That was
Mm.
also another lost cause. Nothing they could do to salvage from that situation apart from those Kranwagens moving backwards and maybe rotating to try to defend B, but nothing much you could do when you're down by around like 2,000 hit points. You just have to rely on Straight to do poorly in the caps. But anyway, we're on to the next match.
Yeah, we have a big gamble here as Rival now with their back on the wall.
Mhm.
Double 57 for Oasis. The double
Yep.
57 is not too uncommon, but it definitely is for this map. Because it's very slow in its
Yep.
backwards movement, but out of all the
Mhm.
outer loaders, it does have the best burst and DPM.
I
So
thought I thought 50B got half it has it slightly higher if I remember correctly.
I don't think so. It just has a higher mobility.
I don't
So
know.
the effective DPM is better.
Hmm. I don't know. I have to check that. I can't confirm though.
But yeah, it's a very big gamble. Straight here.
Yep.
Can afford to lose one. Of course, you'd prefer not to. But
Mm-hmm.
seeing as how there's a double 57 against them, that will be a very interesting one to watch.
And the rival is going mostly to A once again with Ammo Key getting his spots up. Jordan might be able to put a shot into Ammo, and it's not going to do so. Ammo is going to run away safely.
And look at that Atomic here, already applying pressure. Probably knowing that there's nothing in the dunes here. Gonna go into a
Hmm.
very defensive B position.
Yep,
Very
and
good.
C is going to be captured by Straight, and that would mean Rival can go into A, but this time it is Straight with a hit point pool, a cap lead, also with a hit point pool lead. I always confuse these two terms, but anyway, it doesn't matter because it's going to be Rival that needs to make a move and chip away the hit points of Straight.
Atomic here is in a really good position though with Kool-Aid as well. There's a pretty good crossfire that they can establish. And they have beat lockdown now, meaning that Rival is the ones who are forced to move at some point in this match here. Being down
They
by
need to.
40 points, not comfortable. You can make that up with a kill, but you don't want to gamble at all on just a last minute effort.
Mm, sometimes I see some plans do that at times when they chip away enough hit points of the enemies that they sometimes make a gamble because they know they have a better chance in killing off a tank and stealing a win for them. But at the moment, Rifle is unable to break down straight. They are defending really well, held down by those crab Vargans, and in my opinion, Oasis Palms, rotating from A over to C is harder than rotating from C to A
Yeah, but that's
because you're
exactly what we're seeing right now.
yeah.
Rival here doubling up on their E5s and 57s. Moving
hmm
over here. But Charming is going to be seeing this.
Yeah. This is why I was saying it's harder to rotate from north side to the south because you get spotted so far away, and that means
So,
Trade is able to respond.
haven't done any cross-shot damage though. Nothing there connecting. Very fortunate here for Rival. But that means Straight here is now pushing over B. That is a
Great
very
idea,
bold move to make here. Considering
but
that
it's a
there's
good call.
4 tanks not in the fight. These 57s still have cross-shots though. But
I think
this...
that's a really good call from Straight because now Ostevens are quite isolated. So if the Kramwagens and Gustav can kill off Osteven quickly
Look at
enough, and
that.
I think they are going to
2
do so.
shots here. The E5s, you should be able to clear him. Nope, it's Kool-Aid instead. And only Destroy here. But Kool-Aid, he lost so many hit points now out of the fight. As Rival here responding with a counter push. And currently, this is looking really good for Rival. Absolute HP advantage.
Oh yeah, Straight unable to put shots into one
Atomic.
tank now. Fidget taking a little bit hit.
Atomic
Atomic's
losing
now low.
driver and his engine is not running away from that execution. And the 57s right now
Mm.
working out for Rival currently, thanks to that DPM that they have. Putting it to good use.
True. And Straight needs to focus the tanks though. If I were Dark Magician Go and Gusto, maybe I would have gone for only Destroyer, but we will never know. Because now it's now 5 versus 6 and Rival with more than 2,000 hit points of advantage. This is looking really promising for Rival now.
C stolen as well. There's not too much to worry about the caps at the moment. Kevin here also down to a one-shot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, but they lose a
Killed.
57. Mizuhara here also down to a two-shot. Now a one-shot.
Ooh.
Ooh, losing that Vickers is vital.
On the other hand, Rifle still doesn't have the cap lead. They have to be careful. But they can kill
Nope,
off
there we go.
D4C. That's really good.
And with that, that game is pretty much sealed here. And the 57s, the gamble, it has paid off for Rival. That
Mhm.
DPM, that brawl that they forced out of Straight. Unintentionally, but they did.
Mhm.
Bringing this one to tiebreaker. And what a great
It
game.
is. It was a good response for Rifle. I think in that I think that move from Straight, I think it was a good idea, but I think they hesitated a little bit because Rifle at that time they have like 4 heavy tanks in the northeastern corner. Absolutely Straight have the good reason to shut the tanks there on the northwestern side down and seal the game for them. But the hesitation was
Not
the main
just
difference.
hesitation, it's just that
hmm
because the 57s had cross shots
hmm
is into the B cap, like from their
Yeah.
position, even if they're far away, that damage that Straight lost there, these hit points they did manage to just make it in
True.
the end there. Because both
I mean,
57s did 3k, they did not slack off at all.
obviously so. And I mean, the hesitation occurred in B, which is somewhat of the open, as you said. The crossfire in T57 heavy was very, very crucial. Had they pushed in further in, they might not have gone under fire from those T57 heavy, actually.
But look at this lineup. Mayan runes here, both teams with very interesting lineups. Quintuple Kranwagen from Straight, double E5. And we have double
Right.
50B Mousy 100 combination here and triple eyes for. I don't know why, but that sounds like a hard AB play here from Rival.
Yes, I would say so. But also, more importantly, Mine Ruins, it's quite a weird map. I don't know why, but a lot of clients love clippers on Mine Ruins. Do you have a reason why that is the case, though?
It's the surprise factor, and because there's a lot of just ridge lines you can fall back down on. There's a lot of corners you
Mhm.
can play with. So
Mhm.
there's an easy retreat in a lot of areas, meaning that autoloaders generally pay off more than on maps like Oasis, because it's a very open map, so hiding your autoloader when it's reloading is not as
Mhm.
easy. So main with how large it is and the temple area, for example, and just the amount of walls that are everywhere, It
Mhm.
just makes it just a lot more flexible with being risky with these autoloaders.
And to be honest with you, looking at this lineup, it seems like it is really straight. It's all on straight now because if straight bounces their shells, I believe they will lose. But if they could put all their shells in, I believe they could win. Because rifle with that kind of armor they have, it's really those shots that will make the difference, in my opinion. This is what I predict here.
It is a last-ditch effort. Oh, only Destroy having a very bad spawn there with Z100. But no mid-control at all from Rival. Are
No.
going, as I did expect, a full hard-on A play. But not too
Hmm.
much has been put on B just yet.
Dark Magician goes getting C. That will give straight the cap lead. But would it be important though? Because B it's unattended by straight. And maybe Rival could put a tank in. We don't know.
We do have that mouse over there, who's currently overlooking it.
Mm-hmm.
D4C here, potential meetup. Oh, we have one of the 50s being spotted.
Ooh.
Straight has
Mitsuharu is
two
spotted as well.
crowns there. Luminary maybe a bit too far forward in his current position. Has to be careful there.
At the moment, with Rival, a hit point pool lead, but not a cap lead, and Straight once again sitting deep
Look
in
at
the
that, the
defensive
mouse here.
movement.
But Luminary
From
has
Austin Even,
seen
isn't
it.
it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. So Austin Even is really important in getting the information up. Spot up, I think 2 to 3 tanks there. So I think they just need to find the other 4 now.
We do have all of them in the middle though. I think that Rival does have a good idea about that. And now with Dunk going into B and the E100 supporting him, someone is gonna lose hit points here. Oh, no. Gustav here bounces the shot from the E100.
Oh,
And
only Destroyer has
only
to be really careful here because he's in a position that he can side scrape. He does not want to lose unnecessary hit points there.
Dunk here having double 50 behind him. If he does get pushed. A very good setup so far from Rival. Very
Yeah,
promising and very
I'm a bit.
defensive.
Sorry. You go first.
Nah, it's fine, I'm done.
I mean, I was quite surprised that Straight didn't really put their guns to reset B though, because that was what I would be expecting from Straight. They have a cap lead. They have C. I don't think the driver is able to get C that easily. So it's all on B, but they really haven't done much
I
to
think
address this issue.
I think it's more or less down to the fact that they knew D100 was covering somewhere, and these 50s also probably had been set up.
Oh.
But Straight is
Dunk is in
now
trouble.
making the play here. Dunk here with
But
double
Rival as
crowns
well.
behind them.
But at the same time, Luminary is getting pushed by Steven and
Yeah.
Fiddlebob, and but Dunk is the first tank down. But Luminary could be the very next tank for Straight, and it's going to be really close
amount
call.
of time though. D4C here has been absolutely shredded by these 50Bs though. Also losing his ammo right now. He's not going to be doing a whole lot more. But Straight now in B. And these 50s are nearly reloaded.
And
This one.
yes, it is, and I think 50Bs will try to hold as long as they could to wait for Fiddlebob. MLG needs to needs to be patient here.
A lot of damage
And,
coming in. This
yeah.
initial trade-off here will be very important. We have Kevin behind the E100 already.
Well,
But there we
great kill
go.
onto D4C.
And
And
Fiddlebob here doing a good job there, pushing in when he needs to. But Fiji here is losing too many hit points.
Yep, and I think Straight. I mean, Rifle just need 1 kill, and I think they will win this
5
one.
points.
Oh, but they
Oh, what
lost!
a good kill on Kevin.
They
Oh,
lost
this is
only
so
Destroyer. That
close.
could be important.
Oh,
But they will
Charming
kill
here.
Charming.
Yeah, and
And
then we
that
have
would
it.
mean, there we have it. Rival got it.
What a close one. What a
was close.
fantastic game.
I thought killing 1 tank would do, but they suddenly lost a tank. But it's fine. The caps aren't that close, but it could have been important. To be honest with you, there. If Straight got some more cap wins,
I think
I
Straight was a
wonder how
little
close they are.
too reckless there when they started pushing down. Because especially
Mm.
D4C, he lost so many hit points shooting down on Dunk there. That he was
Hmm.
already down to like 800 hit points in the end.
could also be rival with a good game plan. They know exactly that they're going to rush Dunk
Definitely.
because they know Dunk is the isolated tank, so they know they have to make a move when Straight is going for Dunk. And as I said, not taking a lot of care on B makes a lot of difference because the rival got B and really gave them a lot of breathing space when they have the advantage with caps, and Straight was forced to kill the tanks and take B and couldn't quite swing it back to their favor in the end. So well done to rival,
Yeah.
and they're through to the top
Mhm.
four in the challenges.
And we also have PPS 3-0 here over Cursed. The second ones in the top 4
Oh,
challenges. For the
interesting.
professionals, we have, let's have a quick look once it loads on my tab. It loads, there we go. We have a Rain 3-1 beatdown here against Pramo. And
Great.
Apex here beating Jokers in tiebreaker 3-2.
Mm-hmm.
Very
Wait.
interesting results.
So that means looking at my no, my Bramble. Um, Wait, what's the result for Joker versus Apex once again?
Apex won in tiebreaker.
Oh, 3-2. Okay, that was very, very close. Almost, I think Bramble got the rival result correctly, and
Mm.
PPS and our Rain correct outcome.
You
Wrong
got
scoreline,
you
but
got 3 victories
outcome's right.
correct,
Yeah.
but only one outcome. But yeah.
Yeah, one outcome wrong, but it's pretty much 50 bits 50. I mean, it could have gone like either way, to be honest with you.
Yeah, but that was a great game.
Great start for Rifle, and I thought like straight, those two wins are very, very good. But Rifle, the last two games are very, very responsive, and I think this is a performance that is that is pretty good. I don't know what more to say. I mean, I'm so tired. I'm lost for words, literally.
I mean,
So,
the last game was just really smart playing. They knew that the play was gonna be made around B, which is why they had the E100 there. They had those 50s there, the hard hitters, meaning you are able
mhm,
to kill a tank fast, and that's what mattered in the end here, because the game was won by points, therefore by kills.
mhm.
And since they had already pushed on the other side, I think it was also down to putting Straight under a lot of mental pressure
Oh,
that they just maybe couldn't handle.
oh. I'm not sure if you caught that, but Fiji said they are in top four and they had a player crash.
Ooh.
I didn't catch that though, but that if that happened, that it was very, very sad. But they
Um,
still won, so it's still good.
I mean, wait,
I can't.
where was it? Where did you even read that?
It's on rival server. They had a player crash, but I have no idea where
Oh,
it is.
I didn't catch that
Yeah,
either,
I don't
actually.
catch that either. So it could have
Maybe it
been.
was the E100 at the start and he just didn't have a bad spawn, but he just crashed at the beginning.
Mm,
Unless
but
it
that
was a
one
mid-game crash.
yeah, I would say it's a mid-game crash ball, like, but it's not obvious though. So no idea what happened there.
Yeah, maybe go ahead and ask them. I would be interested to know where we missed that, actually.
Oh yeah. We-
Oh, it might have been Fiddlebob, actually, because he, from what I see on my stream right now, he just drove backwards for no reason.
Oh, probably yeah, yeah.
But I don't
I
have
mean,
him on full camera, so I'm not quite sure.
yes. I mean, today's servers aren't really that good. I mean, early on, I think there was Alibo's on for A1M1. His game crashed. I believe on the Asia server, I also witnessed someone crash as well. So really not a good day for the servers.
That's
Oh,
unfortunate.
they're talking about the 50B of mine crash.
There was one of the 50s crashed. Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, definitely didn't catch that. Uh,
I was pretty focused on the 50s, but it
I
can't have been like during the push.
Yeah, I was kind of focused on the mouse, you know, those mouses trying to
Yeah.
shut down the straight tank.
Well, my
So,
camera was on the 50 area with the E100, so I didn't see any
mhm.
crashing. So it must have been either just
No,
before the push, or like somewhere near the end. I
yeah,
think.
definitely didn't catch that. So, you were spared.
Well, it's still well played though.
Very, very well
Regardless.
played. Yeah, obviously, regardless of what happened, at least you're through. That's just the most important part.
Mm,
So while you're taking a break, go ahead and reset your router quickly because that could sometimes help.
it might.
Yeah.
Let's hope it doesn't take too long to restart.
Though their next match is like in like an hour,
True.
so a lot of time to reboot the modem, and hopefully he will have a better connection.
Yeah. But alright, I'm showing a replay now. It is my last one. If anyone watching has a replay to share, I am desperate. If not, you're gonna watch me play tier 6 on ANA.
Right. I'm just going to update.
Sure,
Let's
that's
see.
fine.
What my Bramo is thinking about the next few matches.
Oh, yeah.
uh,
Let us know what your bot thinks
we got
about the next
uh
matches.
Doug asking whether we saw Doug getting murdered by Krons. Yeah, we
We
did
did.
on Mayan Ruins. Yes, we did see you getting murdered, but I think that was part of the game plan, right?
Probably just a distraction not to get murdered, though.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, then.
Well then, we got the predictions
Ooh, let
here.
us know.
I have no idea why Bramwell is going for a clean sweep, but apparently Bram was predicting zero gravity to win straight 3-0.
Ooh.
Interesting, interesting. I think it is. I think it's a wrong result. I don't think it will be that dominant with zero gravity though. So I'll be interested to see if that's correct or not. But I'm going to take it with a grain of salt. But Void is predicted to win Cursed 3-2, and if I remember correctly, Cursed lost, right?
No, Curse won Void 3-1 in round 1.
Oh yeah, but they lost to PPS 0-3,
Oh,
right?
yeah, they lost 3-0 against
Yeah,
PPS.
yeah, that's right. So next we have Primal 3-1 against Purple and Jokers 3-2 against GG. So this is going
What
to be a
was
very
the
close game.
what was the other result again? I didn't hear.
Jokers versus
Not
GG
the Joker, the
3-2.
one before. Primal
Curse versus
Purple.
Void. Primal Purple 3-1 for Primal.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
Alright. Some interesting guesses. Especially the zero gravity one surprises me.
Yeah. It surprises me as well. I have no idea why, but it seems Primal hates straight.
They seem to, yeah. They've been trying to jinx them the entire time. In
Yeah,
the wrong
and
way.
happened to NQE7 as well. Kind of caused NQE7 to lose the games, but so far they haven't lost a single game in challenges tournaments. So sometimes sometimes the prediction bots go really wrong, and sometimes it also has to do with the lack of games that these clans play during the previous skill tournaments, especially when the server size is small, so that you don't have a lot of matches to refer to.
Mm.
So this is why you might expect, the challenges tournament to have really questionable predictions.
How much time do we have until the
Oh, we're going 2 more minutes left, so we're going to
two
get an invite
minutes?
for it. Yeah,
Wait, the game starts in 2 minutes or the invite in 2 minutes?
the room, the room in 2 minutes.
Oh, thank God. You just made me panic there for a second. Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Like
don't worry.
I can show this 4 minute replay then.
Yeah, you can absolutely.
Jesus Christ, making my heart go. Jesus.
Well, I mean, we are looking at zero gravity versus straight. We want zero gravity, the performance back in the spring season, not the zero gravity yesterday. Yesterday
Ooh,
wasn't the best from zero gravity, but I hope
they made a
this
lot of
today.
blunders in their gameplay.
Yep, yep.
They did manage to beat Onslaught, um,
Hmm.
but still, they definitely need to step up if they want to compare to Straight, who have been playing pretty well, just not well enough to beat our rival here in that last
Yes,
match.
yeah. We saw glimpses of brilliance by Straight here, so I definitely think Straight would make it very close to zero gravity, not as what Bramble predicted, to be honest with you. And close versus void, I think it's going to be a close one. And I think, to be honest, all the games you're going to be watching soon are all going to be close, actually.
Definitely. Remember to, of course, also check out all the other streamers. We have Aminet and Fujit co-commentating. We have Papa Rage streaming in Spanish, Fishy back at it again as well, and 34 streaming on Twitch. Our
Yep,
first Twitch commentator, and give him some love.
yep.
I think that's
I
all.
try to I try to stream on Twitch as well with tournaments, but only one person watched my stream throughout, so I pretty much dumped that idea because no one's watching on Twitch, sadly. But 34 is a different one. I think he has been streaming on Twitch for a while, so
Yeah,
I think he
he
has
is
quite a lot of views.
established, so
Yeah,
it does make a difference in the end.
yep,
But yeah, he did say that his fans enjoyed it, and he also had fun, so looking forward to his
yep.
future streams and his development.
I agree. I
Especially
agree.
since he
And
also has his own performance, not performance, his own experience in tournaments professionally, as he has played with Prema before, is now in Pincer, so he definitely
that will help.
knows what he's doing.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
But yeah, I'm showing a very interesting Nashon game right now.
Oh, let me just get into the room. It's oh, both teams showed up. I was spending my entire time trying to pronounce that Russian name of zero gravity.
Oh, I just ignored it and just said the tank name. Honestly, I'm not even gonna try.
Well, yeah, because I was hovering between Klubnichka and Klipnushka, and I think it's Klubnichka if I interpret it through the Russian chat alphabet. So
You're just gonna make your tables start floating, Jake. Stop.
yeah, Klubnichka. Come on, I'm going to get memed by this a lot. So Klubnichka it is.
Just don't even try. At at the end, you can't get any. You can't not get it wrong. And for some names, it's just hard.
It is hard. I agree. And oh, so many ice falls. I hate it. Why did you do this to me,
Yeah,
NA?
it is only NA though, specifically. Most of the other
Some,
servers have more or less
sometimes Asia.
abandoned it or just use one or two.
Yeah,
But
sometimes Asia as well.
NA is very prone to
Yeah.
use those.
I think the good thing about Icefall is the armor, but that's pretty much it. And
The hit
somewhat good
points.
mobility.
Um,
Hit points, yeah, but
no, it just has more than an E5, so it's more
yeah,
survivable, and the armor is also more
E5s
consistent.
and Crown Wagons as well. Like, I'll go for these two tanks over Icefall all day long. To be honest with you.
I mean, in the end, it's up to personal preference, of course, and
Yeah.
you know, it's normal,
Yeah.
I guess.
I mean, the main problem for me, Icefall, is really the gun's accuracy. Is really it can be quite hard to tame for me. E5's better in that
Even the
in the
E5,
accuracy for me.
even the E5 gun is very awkward. To be
Yeah, but
honest.
at least it's a lot more reliable than the Icefall from my experience. So I tend to do a lot better in the T125 than the Icefall with normal consumables, obviously.
Yeah.
So
Alright,
are
let's
you
see.
now in the room?
Yes. Yes, I am here.
Noise. We're on port bay, so it really depends on which side you go. But with straight taking this kind of setup, well, actually, it's hard to tell, but I would predict them to go for both A and B because they're taking quadruple highs forwards, which will work really well on flat ground. This is how the terrain is shaped up for both A and B. C is different though. C is quite undulated, and you would be expecting some mediums or lights there and also hold down tanks. So this is exactly what I would be thinking that zero gravity would go to, because T110E5 would suffer from working on flat ground, and also the mediums and lights won't be good at all.
All right, so the 50 from Ammo was the one that crashed. He
Mhm.
just typed in my chat. He said he was very scared when that happened.
Oh dear, poor fella. Bless you. I
Can
hope
you
you're
maybe
fine.
send in the replay? I would love to see when the crash happened. Um,
Yeah.
but yeah, I mean, this lineup from straight can also still go to C as a mind game of like, haha, we won't go C because we have IS4s, but it still happened. Also,
Hmm.
one thing to point out, no mouse is here. Usually the one to defend the B, but the IS4 definitely a good enough replacement. And seeing as how also Zero Gravity uses one, we could see that
Hmm.
happen. But the Vickers here is gonna be definitely the
Very
main
good.
attention.
Very important for zero gravity.
Yeah.
Like he's bearing all the responsibility for zero gravity to get the information for them, and we will see whether I'm right about them going to C and straight going for A or B.
Indeed.
Uh,
We
Let's
have
set a pie, shall we?
double Dominic, by the way. Just so you
I'll
are
call him.
aware.
I call him P5 and P6 probably.
We
That's
have
easier that way.
a very hard focus on the seaside here for Zero Gravity.
That's exactly what I'm predicting here. I'm good at that. And
Straight, look at
straight,
how aggressive they are in the city, though. They are not messing around here.
not
But
at
we have
all.
the Vickers seeing all of that.
They're trying to get B though. A great shot from
Hmm.
Nishka into Kevin. The triple ice were going to be with Dark Magician Go, also going for A. So the cap lead is with straight here. Zero G with only C. But two caps means that Zero G needs to make a move very quickly after getting C because the cap points are going to increase very quickly in favor of
Hmm.
straight.
Yeah, that early B cap in a lot of maps recently has been used
Mhm.
as a strategy, like Black Gold or now even Port Bay. It's a very hard cap to get mid or even late game. So getting it as
Yeah.
early as possible is actually a viable strategy here that
Mm.
Straight has been using. And it's been getting Zero Gravity caught off guard.
However, oh, great shot into D4C. That's actually
60
splash.
damage.
Yeah, it's not that much. However, that would also mean straight needs to defend both A and B. I mean, getting one cap, like, I don't know what to say, but like, it's the same if you get one cap, but if you get B, it's like even higher pressure because you know if Zero G is going to get B, then it's now your turn to make that rotation.
Yeah, but A is very far out of the way knowing that
Or Series G is going to make a
oh,
push into Charming Jordan and Kool-Aid. Would that be a good idea? But Dark Magician Girl is trying to support
that is not
Straight's
going well.
forces.
The
I
Clanwagons
don't
here
know.
definitely. Oh, Dark Magician just on the backside here.
Yeah,
P6, the one you called him now, very low on hit points here, down to a 2-shot. He's not gonna be
yeah.
surviving this for too much longer.
Didn't really work out. The Crumb Vargas from Straight is working their turret armor really well with P6. The first tank down. Edge is going to be the next tank down for
Look at
Straight.
them just
And
flocking away from Nubinator as well. They are focusing different stuff. And that is
yeah,
Edgy here, and now it's Dominic right behind them and Straight. Just
um,
amazing focus fire right now. Target priority also is absolutely on point.
look at how straight savage the forces of Zero G with D4C now killed. You have to reduce and Nishka capturing B. That means they will have three caps compared to straight with zero caps. That means Arctic and Dubinator needs to buy as much time as possible. But I think Dubinator is going to go down very quickly.
There are no particularly fast tanks on the side of Straight. But C isn't too far off and Luminary is already on his way there. And B is also within potential grasp here. Meaning that Straight is definitely looking very strong right now. Especially seeing as how much hit points they just still have left.
I'm worried about Straight though. Do they have enough mobility to get all 3 caps at the same time? Because 0G, 3 caps, more
Oh yeah,
almost going
Dark
to
Magician
have
is
900.
already on their way there. They're gonna get A. B is
Yeah.
pretty much taken at this point. And Turtle is very low on hit points there.
Oh, great job. 0G is now going to shut down Luminary. I think they have 3 tanks going for that. 3 for this one. One more kill would do the job. They just
This
need to
is
kill off
very
Luminary.
close right now.
Very close, very close. They can't afford to lose the tank. Turtle Juice
Oh,
now
he
on one
has-
shot.
Oh!
He has to survive. He has to survive, but he's
Oh,
dead.
he gets the kill.
No,
Arctic.
but he's
Oh, there's no one in C right now. Arctic is gonna block
yeah,
this.
Arctic needs to block.
Oh, what a
And he did.
great game. What a fantastic game. Wow.
Wow. I thought Straight had it, but 0G out of nowhere captured 3 bases. 0G 0. I mean Straight 0 mediums or lights. That was a really good. That was really good reading by 0G here. As I always say, no matter what map you're in, always take a medium or light because
Arctic.
situation like that, you
Arctic
need
the
medium or light.
MVP of that game. Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Very quick to react that Kool-Aid was going for that interrupt.
Yeah.
What a play though. That was so good.
That was really good. It was a very audacious move, I must say, trying to get all 3 caps. But they know Straight didn't have any mediums or light, so they can't get a base quickly enough, especially when they're taking a lot of IS4s, which is going to be quite slow. So kudos to Zero Gravity reading that well. And this is why I always say on my stream, please take a medium or light. Situations like that, without medium light, you're pretty much doomed.
We have a double mouse this time. Straight.
Well, at least this time Straight's going to take a Vickers sled. They know they can't commit. They can't commit the same mistakes again.
But I also think Zero Gravity has realized that putting a gamble like that is very, very tough. And the push they made, ignoring the fact that they won the game, was very bad. But the reaction
well,
was
the push
just
was
very improper.
was kind of wacky, but I mean, it's all. I mean, their forces are very, very
That's a
disjointed
nice
as
way to
well.
put it. Yeah,
But I mean, they got it. It's the caps.
indeed.
That is the winning move. That is the move that you need, despite the mishap. Trying to push into Straight, they are forgiven about that. So we're on to the second game.
Straight had really good focus fire though. If they can keep that up throughout this matchup, then they're gonna look really great. Especially in comparison to
Agree.
the lackluster one that Zero Gravity had here in the first
Agree.
one.
Agree.
So we'll see about that. The double mouse is definitely an interesting choice. We might now see a Straight doing an aggressive B play here, potentially.
A/B play and 0G. I think we will see a lot of brawling action over to both A and B, but you never know because the mouses. D4C. Is he going to do a boost strat here? We'll have to find out.
Oh, both figures here on the C side, going very passively about this.
I don't know. I'm feeling Straight is doing a boost. He's going to boost
Yeah.
Luminary up. We're going to
He's
follow
lining
that.
up already.
Yeah.
We'll be able to
But
get
it's-
them up. And with that, C defense is done. Nothing
Yeah.
more is needed other than this counter.
Almost.
Oh,
Is he going to be up?
and there we go.
Yes. There we go.
And now D4C is able to already make his move towards B.
Oh, but they got
'Cause Zero
spotted.
Gravity here.
Oh, they got spotted.
Here's
Luminary.
Yeah.
But 0G is not looking at Crown Bargains and D4C at all. Oh, Turtle G is now turning his turret. Will he put a shot in? No. The tanks got spotted just in time.
Look at that,
So
Straight, all their attention is on A right now. With
yeah,
boost stuff in basically the best resetting position on this entire
Very
map here. Very hard
But,
to dig out.
yeah. Is this Campsia though? Because this is pretty much what we will be expecting on Campsia, where three caps are defended on both sides, and no single tank could be able to get into any cap. But I think Straight might be trying to break this deadlock by trying to go into C, but still, I don't think nothing. I think we might see all 7 minutes being used here.
What we definitely need to also look at though is the minimap, because zero gravity is currently very far back from any base. The closest
Yeah.
here being C with that E5 Kranwagen that might potentially go for that. But even so, they're very far away from anything. A and
Yeah,
B are
Luminary spotted.
absolutely out of
Oh, great
reach.
shot there by Klubnishka, and he needs to pull back a little bit and stay safe.
Even D4C here still just there to back up that Kranwagen in case a push
Oh,
does happen.
Zero G is going to make him push on to C here. I think Zero G is going to break the deadlock and try to obtain C, but Luminary is going to get the reset shots here. Spotted. Don't think Zero G can go any further to capture C.
Luminary has definitely needs to be careful now from side shots that potentially could happen. Oh, a lot of HE here coming in. Has managed to getting one reset so far, but he's taken quite a big shot there. And there is the
More
cross
shots being
shot.
taken. Oh, B's now getting taken by Atomic,
And
so
here's
that will
the
elicit
BA
response.
play. Gustav here
Yeah.
having to make that play. He's might lose quite a lot of hit points here, even if he doesn't want to. Nubinator there.
Oh,
Does
great shot
manage
to
to parry.
Gustav.
Ooh, another
Hit
one
points
now.
are Hit points are in favor of Zero G and also cap points as well. But Zero G, the main problem is they are very separated. So Straight, if they have to make a move, they will need to
Yeah.
make a move now.
Yeah, but the thing is, they are making that move, and the move is into the spawn of Zero G. But that is very far away from anything, and they gotta have to turn
Not
around here.
really. I think Straight is a little bit discombobulated here. They're trying to figure out whether to push P6, P5, or whether to go into their spawn, and I think this kind of confusion might help Zero G.
Ooh, there goes the first one. AG here being wedged between two. A good
Right.
gun advantage, and the hit points have been turned around. Zero G had a good advantage here, but that is already gone. But with Dark
Very
Magician
true
here
indeed.
down to a one shot here. Gustav drops first though.
Yep, and now Dark Magician goes now dead. That was an important kill. I don't know if that was an ammo rack here, but that was
No, he
quite...
was very low already.
I see.
Arctic
But both
here goes
Arctic and
down.
P6 are down. They're looking for Charming Jordan.
Hit points are
Reload.
favoring straight here
Straight.
right now. Oh, there goes the Vickers.
Oh, great double
V4.
tap into Luminary. A good ramp there. One more shot will kill off Luminary, but he got tracked. Luminary, 2 shells in his clip. Dominic kills Luminary off just in time.
And Dominic now tracked though. He's not gonna get away from that mouse.
Oh,
It's just gonna
Dominic.
take a bit of time. Yep, there we go. Good shot into him.
Yeah, Dominic's
And we
going
still
to
have
be a
Atomic
bonus
as well. Look at that. He's still
Oh,
on 2000 here.
yeah, but Turtle Juice just fired prematurely. Could have waited slightly longer to reload his third clip, and now he only could put 2 shots in with the P5 now dead. Luminator is also very, very low. How did Stray come back from this one?
I am not
I have
sure.
no idea.
But it's mostly down to the focus fire and probably target priority.
Yeah,
To some
I think
certain
they,
degree.
I think they decided well. They got the tanks near B, and as I said, Zero G very, very disjointed, and they made a move very quickly. And credits to Straight for that. To Straight for that.
Yep. Now it's just the Vickers left. Trying to run from 2
Yeah.
mouses is not gonna work out this time. There's no
Don't
camp
think so.
plays that can win you this game.
No, especially when they don't have the cap lead. And he's trapped. He's definitely trapped. Killed by Atomic. So it's now 1-1.
What a great game though. It was a very chaotic one, but the mouses, as
Yep.
they are ignored, able to farm freely here. And it definitely shows. D4C and
Yeah.
Atomic here.
I think Zero G started off really well when they got C and punished Straight's forces really well. But I think they kind of went a little bit too impatient and rushed slightly at the wrong time, and I think that caused Straight to this to find out which side to push. Had they waited a little bit longer and baited Straight to push their spawn in the end, they could have fared a lot better, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was definitely down to the starting bleeding was really well done from 0G.
Yeah,
But yet again, their focus fire just fell apart really, really fast once Straight started pushing here.
yeah.
And they just took really well advantage of that. And with that, we're tied
Mhm.
for the first map and now move to Rockfield.
On to Rothfield. Yes, Rothfield, I think all eyes will be on the Vickers like right now because at the start of the game, these tanks would be fetching a lot of information for their team, and they will figure out how to work with those with the information, and also position their tanks well. Because in the mid
Yeah.
to late game phases, the positioning can be important because this map can be quite small, and the rotation can be spotted relatively easily. So they want to start off well with good positions.
Yeah. What is definitely something to look out for is the route the Vickers take
Hmm.
and where they go
Yeah,
specifically. As on
yeah,
EU, more often than not, or maybe even in all of the games, the Vickers have started to go to the A side instead of going
yeah.
towards the C cap area. So if that will
And
happen here as well is to be found out in a very short moment.
I like the route going into way. Usually it gets more information, not just the tanks going into one side, going to both sides actually. So I think what EU's Vickers Lights are doing, I think it's really, really strong positions there for the Vickers Light.
Yeah, we don't see Charming going for that A play, going for C
Hmm.
instead. But we do see Zero Gravity's Vickers making that move.
Yeah, so Klitnushka definitely has watched our streams, but not Charming Jordan. So I think we have to tell straight to watch our streams, isn't it?
Dominic here has been seen, but that's about it. Zero Gravity, though, heavy focus on the C side,
Yeah,
even
look
with
at
that amount.
Nushka. Oh, he got a bit too ambitious there. Could have easily taken a hit, but
Very,
lucky him, he didn't.
very greedy shot there on Luminary on his
Yeah,
behalf. But he did get quite a
yeah.
lot of knowledge out and C here very early, earlier than A. But
Mm-hmm.
Atomic there is gonna get this B cap uninterrupted. Unless
Yeah.
Arctic here decides to over peak there, which he definitely shouldn't.
Oh, but do they have shots onto Atomic though? Because Atomic will get B uncontested, and that means Straight will get a cap lead this time. But they are down by almost 1,000 hit points.
Yeah, very early bleed here, but now stopping that B cap or making even a play around it is going to be quite tough. Like the game in the first round, getting that early B cap is going to be quite detrimental here if they're not
That
able
being
to react to it fast enough.
That being said, though, Straits, they're approaching this really defensively, not really pushing the lineup. So
Mm,
that means Zero G are allowed to rotate, and that could be very important for Zero G because they don't want to get spotted on the rotation, and that, I think, Zero G would need to make the full use of that.
definitely. These tanks are all very far in the back. Just now we see a bit of more movement here from
Mm-hmm.
straight on the top side.
Mm-hmm.
Realizing that there is potential for a relocate, and that is happening right now. We have a triple
Mm-hmm.
heavy tank movement there through the spawn of the red team. Slowly but
Yeah,
surely here.
and without getting spotted, so that's very important.
Yeah. Because here,
And
smart
yeah.
decision to not stay in that bush, because he would have been blind shotted here by
Yep.
Gustav a moment ago.
Well, I think Straight is also trying to make a move potentially, but maybe not. They're just defending because they have caps and they have two caps. Zero G needs to make a move as soon as possible,
Yeah.
and they cannot waste any second now.
Yeah, we are closing in on the 800 mark here, and the first tanks have been seen. Dominic here making his move, and we will see Nubinator as well, and also the move on B here. A double-sided push from Zero Gravity.
I love how the tempo is building up for Zero Gravity, but they need to get the focus fire right. But that bounce could be very crucial indeed,
And
and
straight here.
Straight is now going for a counter push.
Yep. Trying
Very
to
good job there.
annihilate these tanks here, looking for a victory by kills. And if they have all these tanks here together, that is definitely possible. But they're currently losing Gustav here faster than they can kill anyone.
Oh,
There's
but they
Nubinator.
wasted 2 shots, I believe, with Arthur killed
Yeah.
off that tank, but Dominic wasted that shell, and
Very
it's now
low.
3 versus 4 on A.
900
Juice is joining.
points already here. Dominic, can he get away here in time? With Arctic shielding? No, he
No.
doesn't. We only need a couple more points. We have C here, the fight of the Vickers.
They were so close. Hit was neck in neck with zero gravity. Now down by 1,000 hit cap point. Hit
Next
points.
kill, D4C
D4C needs to kill.
here.
Oh!
He goes down.
Goes
Arctic
down.
is very low. Oh, they lose the Vickers
Charming
as
Joy is
well.
gone. Wow.
This is
BNC now
super
captured by
close
Zero
right
G.
now.
And Straight once again losing no
Atomic
caps.
is gonna go down here.
Yep.
Ooh, this
And,
is very close. Dominic here. Oh, he
Turtle
bounces
Juice
on the
waiting.
back of that. The eye is full.
Oh, he bounces as well. And Turtle Juice just got out of A for some reason.
Oh, this is very
no.
good. They need to block Edgy off here from getting into the C camp, onto the A one actually.
Yeah.
970. Oh, this is very
Can he
close.
survive? Can he survive?
Wait.
Edgy.
Oh, OG is gonna take it on top here with the points.
Oh,
5-point difference.
5. Oh my goodness me. Edge of the sea stuff, definitely.
That was so close.
Tantalizingly close. But that was a mistake, I think, from Article Turtle Juice getting out of A. If he stayed at A and died on A, could have been better, to be honest. Don't know why he got out of A.
Very, very close one. A lot of missed opportunities by just shots not penning or shooting the wrong target here. With Atomic, they're living for way longer than he should have. Has been
And Straight-
blessed by some shots there.
Yeah, and Straight once again abandoning all caps. They are really going for the hard way, but it seems to have backfired twice. So they can't do that again in the next game, because if they did, boy.
Well, then it's over because it's match point. 4-0 gravity.
Yes, and it's this match would decide which clan will get the final spot in the top 4. So you can't give away games like that, not in a way where it could have been easily winnable.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Don't see a Vickers this time from Straight here, going for full heavy tanks.
That could be a big problem indeed.
Zero gravity
because-
going for the more or less the same lineup as previously.
Yeah.
We do see a
Because
lot
we
of
sort of-
E5s though, Straight. This is a good point.
But we saw how important that Vickers Light is at the start, and also I think Klipnichka in the previous game was instrumental in figuring out how Zero G can approach this one when they have the cap point disadvantage. What Straight will have to do this time, unfortunately, they have to make a lot of gambles. If they don't have a cap lead, especially, they need to guess where most of the Zero Gravity's tanks are. So I'm a bit worried about Straight's lineup here now.
They're definitely with their back on the wall. Losing these games is definitely not what you want to see.
No.
And that will put a lot of mental pressure on these teams as well, as it's not just your performance in-game, but also in your brains. As this is a lot of just how do I outplay my opponent? How do I read the lineup better? Or just who reacts faster sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And that might make the difference here. With Zero Gravity,
Very
just
true.
less pressure on them. They are allowed to lose a game here. But currently just playing smarter with these cap points, as you mentioned.
Yeah, the 2 wins there, they won it by capturing all the bases in the end. And by no means they are winning these games comfortably. And that can be very important because it could impose a huge mental pressure to the other team.
Yeah, we're gonna get some good vision here from the Vickers. Only saw 2 tanks, but even then it limits out a lot of areas where there is nothing. And
I think Zero Gravity knows that Straight's going for Ray with that kind of setup, so I think he didn't take the A position to do the spots this time. But Luminary is going to get A now.
don't think he can get reset here unless Edgy overcommits extremely. And
Yep.
that will be a very good push to make. C here will be taken by the Vickers. But B currently guarded here by an
Yep.
Ice 4 clash between Gustav and Dominic.
Charming and Kool-Aid spawn baiting with double Crown Vargas. C's now getting captured, so we see these two Crown Vargas start making a move now. They're still sitting behind. But I mean, they have cap rate, so they don't have to reset C.
Yeah, the current idea is to potentially bait their opponent into pushing through the spawn. Catching preferably a Vickers of Guard here, but currently
But
there's no need to make a move.
Zero G is now making pressure onto Numinary. He's dropped the reactive armor and pulling back, dropping speed boost as well straight. Losing Hippos now, and he's now tracked. Will he get perma-tracked here? That would be important to step down to 2 shots. If he got killed here, that means Zero G would get a cap lead back.
And again, Zero G with this early hit point advantage here that they have been establishing in most of these games already. And there goes... Oh! That's a 2000 Amorak here on Arctic! Oh
my god, that was cruel.
That is gonna be costly here.
Well, but they got a tank out, so the damage wasn't that much of a big deal, but that would inspire Straight to make a push now. Yeah. Oh my lord.
And now having to shield Dark Magician here, the focus fire from Zero Gravity currently better. But the tanks are missing as the Kranwagons that were baited in spawn are now here at A, and the focus fire is better for Straight.
Yeah, Total G's needs to come in and support. He can't stay at the back for way too long. Nubinator is now going to be the focus for Straight. But Straight, they don't have the hit point pulley though. It could come back and haunt them.
Charming here needs to clear this. He does.
It's now 4 vs 4. It's still really close to call, but this time, once again, Synergy got both B and C. Oh man.
And there's double full HP Kranwagens here approaching this nasty hold down location. And the third one is here as well. We also still have that Vickers that is going to be able to put some good hash shells into the back of these heavies if he's careful enough.
So I mean, the Crown Bargains are holding here, but they have to be careful not to drop more and more hit points. They have now lost the hit point pool lead. They have to approach this one really carefully, edgy. They're getting hit by D4C. I think Klubnishka needs to come in to support Zero Gravity's forces.
Here. Good shielding there. Oh, Kool-Aid there. Has to be careful with the hit points, and the focus fire on these Kranwagens is phenomenal from Zero Gravity right now. Bounce down Jordan, and he's able to lift just a little bit longer here. But Straight needs to start making proper focus fire. Else this won't work.
Yeah, Kool-Aid's now down to a 2-shot. It's now going to be killed potentially by Turtle Juice. And it's going to be the case.
We have D4C down at B. He needs to cap this. He's forced to. But that means Atomic is alone.
Oh, Klubnishka needs to be careful. Doesn't want to lose unnecessary hit points. Good double tap into Atomic. Double Crown Vans going into A. Klubnishka needs to make a move now because the E5s are looking for Crown Vagans.
Shooting the same Kranwagens. The split focus fire here Straight is starting to get nervous, and they need to make a move. But that Vickers, that goddamn Vickers is stealing the B cap. And Zero Gravity here, absolute domination via cap points.
That could buy sufficient time for Straight though, because now Dominic's now a 1-shot, but they need to kill off D4C, but that doesn't matter. They got the caps.
Straight here.
Wow.
Unable to stop the cap play that Zero Gravity has pulled out throughout all these games.
They were given a lifeline with that ammo rack here, but they really didn't. I mean, they tried. But didn't really work out for them in the end. Yeah. So well done to Zero Gravity, and very sorry for Arctic for that sorry ammo rack right there. Totally unlucky.
Yeah.
I think we both were screaming at that.
2.1k HP gone from ashes.
Gosh, I imagine if we commentate on the E server where we are a lot more, a lot more vibrant than how loud we could have been when we saw an ammo rack like that.
Jack, I forgot to put the logos on for that
last matchup. It's fine. It's fine.
Uh,
I don't think it's that much of a big deal though.
no, it's not. But still.
Unless it was the wrong logos, then
No, I didn't have any on in general.
it's fine. It's fine. Don't worry. So well,
Zero Gravity versus Rival now.
yeah, it is.
And with that, we should have our top 4 for all the teams now. So let's have a
Mm-hmm.
quick look at that. First, check out the professionals as it
Right.
loads. And we have Primo and Purple still playing. And Joker beating
Ooh.
GG 3-1. Meaning
Okay.
GG dropping out today. And Purple and Primo still fighting for that 4th slot. The last one
Mm-hmm.
for the top 8. At the top 4 in the professionals. And in the other group that we did not see, we have
So that
Void
means
beating Cursed 3-0.
wow. That is unexpected.
That is a clap.
Yeah.
They got their
Um.
revenge game.
Yeah. So that means in the Challengers tournament, the final 4 teams are PPS, Void, Rival, and Zero Gravity.
Indeed. And Zero Gravity now is gonna get their revenge game from day 1.
Mm-hmm.
Lost 3-0 previously, now beating out Straight in a very dominant cap manner there. That was brutal.
Yeah, it was, and I really enjoy the way that
Oh,
Zero Gravity
we
plays.
have our result. Primo wins in tiebreaker. 3-2
Oh,
over Purple.
ooh, ooh. So that means Bramwell got every outcome right, but not a single scoreline right. But that doesn't matter. Outcomes is what matters the most.
Insane. Those games are insane. Anyway,
Insane
when is the
indeed.
next game starting, Jay?
Oh, in around, I think in around 20 minutes, if I remember correctly. I think it's 42 past.
Alright, then I have enough time to show more replays. And
Yep.
let that Amarek sink in.
And for you guys, the top 4 of the NA server: Rain, Primal, Apex, Jokers. No, no surprises there. They are the 4 teams in the top 4 cups leaderboard, so it is to be expected. Um, EU, we lost our first ranked team in the cups leaderboard. Asia server, we lost the third ranked team in the fourth ranked team in the
Oh,
the
wow.
second ranked team in the cups leaderboard. Second, third, fourth out. Uh,
Really? Who were they?
yes,
I didn't follow too
it
consciously for
was
Asia.
HLV, ENT, and GV all out of top 4, although they are in the top 4 for the cups leaderboard.
That is crazy.
Yeah, I mean Asia is really, really closely matched this season in the top 8 actually. The top 8 getting into top 8 particularly is not that it's not that competitive compared to the winter season. But compared to the winter season, within the top 8 the competition is it's more fierce, I would say.
Mhm.
So I think the cup leaderboard really doesn't tell you the full story.
It never does. Because
Mm,
every team can have a bad day. Every team can have the best day of their life too. So
true.
it's still
But
crazy though. Only having one of the actual top 4
mhm.
shows how close they are.
Yeah, but I mean, Purple, I think credits to them. They've won 7 games, 7 matches in total in the group stage, but failing at the last hurdle. But I mean, they had a really, really tough group
I
to
mean,
begin with.
they brought Rain and Primo to tiebreaker. That alone is a pretty good result
Yes,
that I can be happy about.
yep, yep. But had Purple been allocated to Group 2, maybe they would fare a lot better. But you never know.
That is true. We never, in the end, know. But Joker they're beating GG quite convincingly, at least by the scoreline here, 3-1.
Hmm. Yep. Um, and I believe like a lot of players from Joker broke away from GG in
Yeah.
the winter season, so I think Jokers they will be happy about that result. I don't think they are rivals, but probably they. probably. I think it's just a friendly separation, and well, I think both teams would be happy about their the performance this season so far. To be honest.
Mm. And yeah, just in general, very intense stuff on NA.
Yeah. Gosh. Um. Yeah. If I were allowed to scream, we have screamed very loud.
Yeah,
That ammo rap was just so surprising. I thought,
it just came out of nowhere.
yeah, and for one moment you would have thought that Straight was given a lifeline there, but they didn't really make use of that, and it really goes on to show the tenacity that Zero Gravity
Mm.
displays.
I think a big kudos though goes to that because like
Yeah,
throughout all these games, he's been a massive carry.
massive massive importance to the team, especially in the messenger role. I think he ran around some for quite a lot and also
He was
stayed
a
in some
lunatic.
position. Yeah, also stayed in some crucial positions to spot up the other team straight for any potential rotations.
Mm.
And I think he did that job brilliantly well.
Yeah. I mean, we also need to consider though, or not consider, but I just thought it was funny. Arctic,
Yeah.
um, the hero of game one. I
Yeah.
think Karma got the best of him with that Amaranth.
Ooh.
Because he saved the game by that block,
Yeah.
not allowing anyone to enter that cap, but then getting just whitewashed of 2,000 hit points like that.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
He
yeah.
must not feel too happy about that, but it's about weighing
No.
what emotion is bigger now, saving the game or
Mm-hmm.
doing nothing, basically.
True, true
That is,
indeed.
it's a pretty harsh judgment to be placed on yourself when it's just like, you're out now because I want to. That's basically what
Yeah,
Amaranth is at that point. Because you have no
yeah,
control over it,
no, definitely not.
other than playing with 2 repair kits in an E5.
Yep. Well, what more can you say?
Uh,
Yes, hopefully we have enough stamina to last until the next games.
we
Hopefully
should.
it will be a
Yeah.
quick one, and then we can, head off to bed as soon as possible and
Yeah.
save our energy.
You know what we talked about earlier before the stream started? Well,
Yeah.
I got scolded. It's too loud.
Oh, you did get notified by your parents then?
Yes, my mom did message me on Discord just a moment ago.
Oh, she has Discord.
Yeah, I told her because I don't use WhatsApp because I don't use my phone
Oh,
for anything other than reading anymore. So I told her,
I.
please use that when you want to message me because I always have Discord open on one of the monitors. And
Mm-hmm.
at 56, I think that was one of the close cap victories is when she messaged me that I'm too loud.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. That was like 1995. That was also Edge of the Seed stuff. Stop
Mm.
bringing us Edge of the Seed stuff, or otherwise we will get.
When we can't even be loud. Yeah.
Yeah, otherwise
We
we will
aren't
get
allowed
complaints.
to be loud.
We aren't because it's for you it's like 4:28 and here 3:28, so
Yeah.
it's like middle of the night.
Start of the
So.
morning for some people.
Oh yeah, I think you
Because,
might have sunrise already.
no, for example, I know a friend who does an apprenticeship and he
Mhm.
has to start work now.
Ooh, yeah.
Oh, well, in an hour. But still.
Yeah, that's really
Some people
early.
have to wake up now.
Yeah.
But yeah, hello to everyone in the chat. It's a bit hard to attack with people when there's a delay involved.
Yeah,
But
obviously.
how about I say hi to some people? Thunderbird. Jason, hello my man. Mizuhara's in the chat.
Ooh,
Or was
nice.
at least. Bushi. Mr. Big. I mean, he's from an A, so, easy for him to be
I
awake at
see.
this time. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
hope you guys are enjoying the dual commentary of tiredness.
It will be better tomorrow on the EU server though. Well,
Oh yeah,
technically today, but
true. That's always awkward. It's today
yeah,
for all servers but NA.
yeah. So, other than that, we'll get to the Thomas. No, Brown. I have to stop
Oh
confusing
yeah,
different names,
what are the
different names.
predictions for the upcoming matches?
Okay. Right. So we will have. Is it's Rain versus Primal, and then
Hmm. Rival
it's
versus Zero Gravity.
yeah, Apex Joker and
Oh true, yeah. I forgot
R-
about two groups entirely.
yeah, Rifle Zero Gravity and it's PPS versus Void.
Void, yeah. Quick reminder, or not quick reminder, but quick attention to those watching the stream right now. This replay was my second game, fully stock with an 80% crew. So enjoy.
Interesting call. I'm getting interesting call here.
Ooh. Let us know, what is the interesting call?
Rain is predicted to lose Primal 2-3 after winning Primal 3-1 earlier. And I included that result into my bot already, but it seems my bot saying Rain is going to lose that.
Maybe because
Presumably,
Rain went to
the
tiebreaker
maps.
against Purple?
No, presumably because of the maps. Because
Oh, it
now we're
includes
going
maps
with
too?
it includes the maps too. So we're seeing Alpenstein, Hellas, and Port Bay. Maybe these maps are not the maps that Rain does well on. So that could be the reason why we're seeing the overturn of results. Apex is, however, predicted to win Joker's 3-2, Rival predicted to win Zero Gravity 3-1, and PPS to lose to Void 1-3.
The Apex result makes sense since they've just beaten Joker today 3-2 in
Yep.
their round before. But PPS losing
Yep.
to Void is a pretty interesting call. PPS has been
Mm-hmm.
very good in their group stages 3-1 and 3-0
Yep.
in their previous results. When we had Void with a 3-1 defeat, then 3-0 and 3-0. Maybe those two whitewashes after each other could influate
Mm-hmm.
that. But
Well,
not
at
too sure.
at the moment though, Bramble is the best performing prediction bot today, because both Babox and also the other bot is
Thomas.
Thomas Peterson only got 6 outcomes out of 12 outcomes correctly, and already Bramble 7 outcomes right. Is it? I think so, yeah. So it was so at least 4 possible results that the Bramble could get right on. Um,
Hmm.
mhm. Uh, Wait, yeah. So I'm excited.
Yeah. Hey, Luca.
Bec-
It is time for me to say it's 4:32. But when
hmm.
you're hearing this, you're just gonna have heard Jack say that it's 4:28 for me. So
Oh
that
yeah,
doesn't
yeah.
matter.
Because we have a 5-minute delay, that is to prevent teams from knowing the tanks and positions of the other team. And
Exactly.
this is not allowed in the game because it is what the game is about. You don't know where the enemy tanks are. You don't know what tanks they're going to be taking before the battle starts.
I mean, he knows
Hmm.
he's an Asia top player. But yeah,
Yeah,
clarifying that again might be not too bad.
yeah.
But yeah, we're gonna see Zero Gravity here potentially grabbing a revenge game.
Oh yeah.
Earlier on EU, all 4 matches were revenge games, in fact. This time it's
Uh,
only 2 games, being Pramo Rain and Rival Zero G here,
hmm
who get to attempt a revenge.
Yeah, and yeah, revenge games happened on the Asia server as well. I think I think there, yeah, three of them were successfully overturned. The other one, they haven't met one another before.
Hmm. It wasn't a revenge game then.
So, so it wasn't a revenge game at all. So there are three out of three games which are revenged by the other team.
I just meant in general they met each other. EU, we
Yeah.
had a success rate of, was it 50?
No, 75. I think
Oh,
one
yeah,
of
right, because only Loka wasn't overturned. True.
yeah, local wasn't overturned, and that means these clans are very closely matched in the top four,
Mm.
and you will never know what's going to happen tomorrow. Technically today, for Asia and EU.
It will be very exciting stuff. I'm probably gonna
Yeah.
still sleep when Asia happens. Let's be fair.
Yeah, probably are. And I have to set my alarm to wake up at 10 a.m. on my time tomorrow. Hopefully, I'll get to wake up. But I think the streams I'm having is going to really, really
Wake you up.
mess up my sleep schedule.
Well, the intensity is gonna wake you up, but
Hmm.
the aftermath is gonna drain you.
Oh, yeah. Well, good thing that I have no more exams to go, so I could absolutely crash it these days. And
Mm.
yeah, we only have 3 more days to go. I'm very excited to see what is going to happen.
Yeah. I'm not sure if we're allowed to talk about the thing that will happen, so I'm probably not gonna mention it yet, right?
What thing?
The thing, Jack, for EU.
Oh yeah, you mean the grand final?
Yeah.
Ah, um,
Or are we? Or
although
is that a... I don't even know.
I don't think they have announced it just yet.
Yeah,
I think we have to wait for the announcement before we
true.
can officially announce
Well,
anything
here's
related
your
to
teaser.
that. Yeah, I'm just going to tease you with that.
Yeah.
But I mean, you were seeing a lot of duos, so which duo will be there to commentate?
Luca just said that Cats was such a shame in Asia and that he died
Mhm.
after losing to Feast and HLV.
Oh,
Because Luca was in Feast before, now in Cats.
I see. I mean, Cats was kind of marginal at the very start, to be honest with you, in the top eight. I mean, they weren't very consistent against teams in the challenges tournament. For example, they lost to Kane 1-2 in the group stage quarterfinals. That brought Kane into the challenges tournament actually. So,
Ooh.
yeah, I do expect Cats not to perform as good as they were back in the winter season.
Mm. I mean, it's not necessarily just a team preferring worse, but the other teams just preferring better.
True
Not saying
as
that there
well.
can't be a worse performing team, but we also need to consider that teams get better, of course.
Yeah, very true indeed.
It's also
But you
players
can,
change,
yeah,
strategies evolve.
you can also say the same thing for Team ID as well. They also struggled to get into the top eight, but they suddenly did really well earlier today. So, um, so good job to them, and hopefully we'll see more of them in the top four.
Mm. Just farming a Tog with the stock Cromwell gun here in the
Right, room
replay
is
right
up.
now.
We'll go in.
Yeah, it will be. I'll be done in about a minute here.
Guys, we're now on New Bay here. It's a very heavy oriented map. And I will be surprised if there will be no mediums of light because New Bay is a map that you can afford to have no mediums of light because the city area is just a lot of high rises
We're gonna
and
see a
long,
lot of
narrow.
ice falls and crown wagons.
Yeah, so a lot of long, narrow corridors, and that area is also very enclosed. That means you don't have to worry getting cross shots from literally every angle. That won't happen on New Bay.
Other
So
than if you cross the
that
middle
means zero
like
gravity.
a 40%er, of course.
Yeah. So that means zero gravity is not taking any light tank. The light tank player Klubnichka is taking a Kramwagen
Mhm. Yep, we see a lot of
with
mouse.
Rive.
Oh, not a lot, but we see two mouse right now.
Yeah, and Rive is going with once again their Kramwagen strategy. They're taking 4 Kranwagens here,
It's
and
not
double ice
unusual,
force by Dunk
actually.
and Osneven Emogi T22.
I've seen a lot of Kranwagens before on specifically a New Bay before. For example, I think Loka it was, or maybe even Endgame Raid, one of these teams. But Quad Kran is not unusual for this map by any means. It's a very risky strategy. That doesn't
Yeah,
always work out.
no. The one thing you have to consider is the lack of DPM, and if you get rushed, that would put yourselves in bigger trouble. So you might be able to unleash your clip, but once you have unleashed your full clip, uh, you're pretty much doomed because the DPM is among the lowest in tier 10.
It is the lowest, actually.
The lowest. Yeah, I think if I remember correctly, it's the lowest. I'm not sure if Sheridan
It
is lower
is
than
the
that, but
lowest, Jack. I can tell.
yeah. Okay.
I'm actually going to confirm it right now before I'm gonna be
Yeah.
marked
I
as
know
someone
it's
talking nonsense.
I know it's less than Mouse. I think it's less than Sheridan as well.
It's the lowest heavy tank DPM, let's put it that way. The Sheridan is the
Yeah.
only one who could rival it in worst DPM. Never mind, the
Yeah.
Sheridan has 30% more.
Oh, 30% more, so that's a lot higher.
Yeah, Sheridan's 2.4.
Ooh.
Kran is 1.9.
Oh dear.
Yep.
That's horrendously low.
Yes.
So you definitely don't want to get pushed by in the crown bargains.
Well, the thing is, though, usually you're loaded with 3 shells, so you're gonna get some very good early damaging.
But just only the early damage. That can be important if you know how to shield your tanks and if you know how to work with cover. That can be a different story. Hip and push sharing can be very good. Can be very important.
We do see double mouse, though. That definitely sounds like a what is it? Sea defense, or somewhere at least near the encounter cap for zero gravity. There's not really any other place where mouse is useful on this map. But seeing as there's a
No.
T22 for rival, if they do play with bridge, we might see him actually go for the A cap. A lot of teams recently have been going for that, abandoning B and going for A early, and then maybe rotating back for it later.
Especially when rival is the only clan with a medium tank, I would go far and say they should go for A at the start of the game. I don't think zero gravity would be there
Dunk is offline.
to reset the tank on A.
Dunk is offline. I hope he's gonna be
Oh
fine.
no. I hope so, but he's ready though, so he can get into the game.
True.
He will be in the game.
And with that, we start our final matchup of the group stage of the challenges. It is rival versus zero gravity.
Do note that this game is not the most important one because both clans are through to tomorrow's games. It's just played to decide the seeding for tomorrow. The first place of the winner of this one will be placed first in the group, and they will face the second placing team of the other group,
They will
and
play
vice
the loser,
versa.
basically. So the winner here will face the loser of the match that is happening on 34th stream on Twitch. By the way.
Yep. Zero gravity is going to get seen very quickly, but A is followed closely by Amogi. But that means zero gravity will get a cap lead at the start, and rival will get an A very soon.
We also see Dunk here. He is playing. He is fine. Already around DB cap here. And zero gravity here, wanting to play with the park, not too unusual.
Nope. But they have shots into B. Whoever crosses into B might take a lot of damage, but Dunk. Oh,
Bad peek on his
do
part.
not do that. It's a trap.
Yeah. Oh, look at that. The T22 here very far forward.
Oh yeah, he's going to get some spots up. Spotting up the mouses would be good, but you do not want to rush the mouse in this situation. That will buy time for zero gravity to rotate.
It took him a moment there to realize that mouse was standing in that position.
Oh yeah,
Slow reaction on his part. Oh, what a good tap there from Dominic.
Yeah, I think that was careless from Amugi right here. Now down to 1,000 hit points. This could be, this could spell trouble for Rival actually.
Mhm. Edgy is being very aggressive though. These Kranwagens should be penning him here. Shooting him down on his upper plate with heat is not a hard thing to do, and he loses
Oh,
more.
Amogi loses more hit points onto P5, and P5 is just laughing because Amogi is just being very, very careless, and P5 is just really enjoying under the spotlight.
Yeah, Zero Gravity currently playing very passively here. They can be allowed to do that though, due to having more cap points. B is still not being approached, but we do see, oh, 1,000 damage here for the price of the B cap.
Oh, would it be worth it though? Because Zero Gravity has more than 3,000 of hit points of advantage here.
Nearly
So that means they
4,000.
should need to push out the Ice Force here, and they could win it there.
Mm. There's only one shot of damage actually that has been done so far, and that was a T-22 heat. And there we go. That's 4,000 HP difference here between these two teams.
Yep.
Oh,
P5 is now crossing. Oh,
1,600 gone.
yeah.
And now Edgy here, putting himself in
Well,
front of two Kranwagens.
well, someone has to take damage though. I'm glad that P5 is the one doing that because imagine what could have happened if it is the D5 that is taking that crossfire damage
Yeah,
here.
but as you've mentioned, the push on the Ice War has finally commenced around the B area. And this now looking to be the seal here on top of this match.
But as you said, that is an important kill for Rival. Is now 5 versus 6. It's not totally over for Rival yet. They could still pull it back if they could focus tanks down, but Zero
Yeah, in
Gravity
a
has acted
crossfire
to shut down the
here.
double crown Vargans there.
Mizuhara here being absolutely focused right now. Fiddle there a bit out of the fight. Nice max swap.
Almost good row there, but almost there. Mr. Harris now dead. Dominic's now one shot here, and Zero Gravity is just pincering these Crown Vargans here. Very ruthless gameplay by
Firefly
Zero
here down
Gravity.
to a
They've done
one
well.
shot. Arctic. Nope, not Arctic.
Arctic blocked Klubnichka. Noob, it is.
Is gonna go down
Joking.
here. The mouse block from Dominic actually paying out in their favor here, trapping that Kranwagen inside. And what a good game from Rival. Not sure what the T-22 has been doing this game though, apart from losing their points.
I think you mean Zero Gravity here. They've done a tremendous job, and I think it's more to do with Rival with that T22 losing a lot of unnecessary hit points here, and the IS4 going into B. I think it was a move that should not be done in the first place.
Yeah, very reckless. And Zero Gravity here, very strong game, very good beginning. And
Yep.
my god, did they bleed hard. Their damage spread is very good.
Yep,
on their
very
behalf.
true though. 5 tanks to more than 2k for Zero Gravity. I know why they want to go for B because they're down in cap points as well, but they don't I think they know they also are down by quite a lot of hit points too. So if I were Rival, really main priority would be to try chip away hit points of Zero Gravity, or and also trying to make a push on one side first, and you can deal with B later on. Because Zero Gravity is just very focused on B. They know B can be captured if they don't
I think Rival
put
was
focus there.
definitely way too passive in this game. Having those Kranwagens sit on the bridge for most of this game there, not moving anywhere, was really the wrong move to make. Because Zero Gravity had knowledge once Dominic pushed there with his mouse, which allowed that rush on these ice falls to happen because they had no backup. No one was supporting them. The T-22 was already low as well. And the Krans had a mouse to deal with because Edgy just threw himself in the way there. That was very well done. Very good read on the lineup.
And I liked Raifu's lineup here already because no IS4s. This is a rare sight to behold. In fact, there is only one IS4 from both sides. So that is kind of a big improvement from what we are fed with
Mm.
actually.
Sorry, I just got shocked.
So,
It's getting bright outside.
oh, so it's sunrise for you then.
Yeah. But we
Ah,
have double German heavy tanks here for both sides. We have an E100 though, instead
yeah.
of a mouse. For the side of rival, an E100, unless you make its gun work, is just hit points on tracks. The armor,
Mm,
unfortunately, absolutely not sufficient to be useful in the Pro Tool scene. But the gun is devastating if you can make it work.
yeah, I agree with you on that. Let me get back into the game, and it's going to be zero gravity on the blue team, north side, rifle, red team, south side. Speed boost been dropped for rifle. They're mostly going for for C this time,
See,
with the
early
zero
B camp.
gravity committing to A this time,
Early
with
B
some
camp
tanks
for
on
me
B.
is because
But I'm a bit worried about Klubnishka here because rifle they're going to take positions to shut down whoever's going to run away for B. So I think we're going to be sensing some trouble very soon.
oh, if they're all lined up for it. He's making a pretty good path though to avoid that. One miss coming in.
Oh,
Second miss
lucky
coming in.
him.
Oh, look at these shots coming in on the crossfire here. Zero gravity here, very quick to react, and a lot of damage again. Rival here is bleeding too many hit points.
I
Already
think they've
down
made the
2,000.
panic call because they wanted that Vickers light out very quickly in the game, but that means they have to cross, and Zero Gravity have set their tanks up for that moment specifically. And look at now, Zero Gravity more than 2,000 hit points of advantage. The Mouses are defending at the forefront, so you can imagine Zero Gravity is in total control now.
Zero gravity here also a good reaction to push this because there's an E100 entirely missing of the fight. But so is their Vickers. Just buying time here. Whilst they are winning this trade-off massively. Nearly a
They
3K
are
advantage.
ignoring down completely. It's always a good idea to
Yeah.
ignore the mouse because the mouse very slow and low in DPM. So they are going for Mitsuhara instead. It's a one shot. Luminate is going to kill Mitsuhara off,
No, it's edgy
and
instead.
Turtle G is down as well.
Yeah, this is just not what you want to see as the team of rival here. Absolutely falling into this bad A with that push. T22 of
Yeah.
no use. The E100 here was just driving after damage.
Yeah,
And they
Fiji
made
is
that shot.
now going to be the focus for Zero Gravity now. C is now captured by Klubnishka. That doesn't matter here because now it's 356 and Zero Gravity is leading by more than 7,000 of hit points. Surely rival can't do anything to rescue this this lost cause.
Yeah, and this entire map of New Bay is going to zero gravity here. Absolute domination, showing that they not just can only play with caps, but also with their fists. Oh well, tanks. And now on match point here as we move to Middleburg.
Oh yeah, and I'm very impressed by Zero Gravity so far. I have no idea. I think adrenaline was very high at the time, but they completely forgot that you could get farmed by the tanks on the bridge when you cross over from C to B,
Yeah,
and
rival
they
here.
really ignored that. And they should not have done that. They should have allowed that Figures Light to run away and figure out how to rotate in the end because really that crossfire from zero gravity was the difference there, and they have the mouses defending B as well. So that means rival can't trade on their behalf.
Yeah, it was just a very panic movement, which you called out in the
Hmm.
game as well.
Yeah.
It's just oh, there's a Vickers, we can get him. There's also B, which is now unguarded before they saw them two mouse in their face. But they've just lost 2K already from the beginning.
Yeah.
But their focus fire wasn't bad. They sustained or they constantly held that 2K difference for a while. They just couldn't break out of it.
Hmm.
And Rival just falling under pressure here, I think, is a
Maybe.
big part of it.
But But at the moment, Zero Gravity, very weird call. No medium soul lights. I don't know what their game plan is. Looks like AB strat,
We
but
might see
usually
a very aggressive push through the middle here.
would be
I have
possible.
seen Endgame play this, not in this lineup, but
Mhm.
I get the feeling that they might be trying something very interesting. But let's see if I'm wrong or not.
Possibly.
We have a singular 50 from Rival, though. That is interesting.
I think Rival is going to, commit most of their tanks into C, and that's the usual strategy here. Because the problem with defending A and B is so close to the hillside, and it's also very, very enclosed, um, sandwiched by two buildings there. So if you want to reset B, good luck with that. It's going to be really hard.
We also have 1,500 HP difference here, thanks to that
Hmm.
what IS4 at Zero
Yep.
Gravity is deciding to play with
Ooh.
here. And we have a full commitment on the top side with just Turtle getting B.
That was an interesting call from Zero Gravity here. I really think Rival can make use of their light tank here, Amuki there, and he could be very crucial to bring information for Rival here.
He's gonna get this C cap easily, and he could even consider going for an A cap now after getting unspotted in a
Yep,
moment.
but he's still going to get some spots in. I think they're trying to, I don't know. Only Destroy is going for A because he's closest to A. I don't think he will get, he will be reset though. P6 still quite far apart.
Yeah. With Nubinator now close to C here, he can stop it at any point in time. But capping is currently out of the picture here. There's a lot of eyes in front of him looking to stop that cap from happening. With
Oh,
HE
great
here.
reset shot onto Dominator. Mitsuhara bounce, but receives a
Whoa.
shot from
Zero Gravity is forcing this now with
P5.
Arctic here in his position. And there's no way to
Yeah.
reset this. Unless
Yep.
they overcommit heavily, which is not the right choice to make.
Definitely
We
not
still
here,
have
but Rifle
P6
has
down
rotated
there.
all the tanks onto the hillside. I think we might see. I don't think so because MLG is now rotating to the city side, and he might want to go for B now. But Dominic will be there to reset B, so I think things could go very south for MLG very very soon.
Yeah, he's still defending this. There he is. He sees the Vickers. Didn't miss his
And
shot.
he, yeah, missed that shot, but he's running away from B, or is it not? He's hesitating. I think he will run away though. Or Fidji's coming in support. But that means there are two tanks down and only five tanks up on hill. If Zero Gravity knows this one, they have six tanks there. Absolutely, they could make use of this numerical advantage. But they also have caps, so they just have to stay passive and safe.
Yeah. We do see the 50 relocating upwards. Dominic's still holding back down there.
Hmm.
And we also have the Vickers now coming up. And it seems Rival is preparing for a push soon. It's getting close to 800 here. We're crossing that now. And Zero
They
Gravity
have to be
here.
quick. They have to be really quick because really, if they lose a tank there,
Here we
that
go,
means they
Dunk.
are probably going to lose this one. Lubinator is going to be the focus for Dunk here.
Ooh, this is
Dunk
a
is looking for that,
really
but Zero
bad
Gravity
time.
might be looking to shut down Dunk here. They no, they're going for Fiddlebop or Fidget instead. Would that work though?
Yeah, but look at this.
We will
This is a
see.
really badly timed push. We have the E5 going in very early, announcing that the
Oh,
push was happening, leaving Zero Gravity to just push the other flank. And everyone else from Rivals just stuck at C now. Losing Fiddle here.
oh, at the same time, MLG is getting B. That is very important here. That means Zero Gravity they will lose all
Indeed.
three caps here. That is the Zero Gravity we saw against Straits. But Rifle might be trying to pick up the pieces here. They don't have the hit point pool lead, but they have the caps.
Yeah. Oh, and there we go. The IS-4 up top is gone. They have no caps. And they're not really close to killing anyone other than that Kranwagen here. Down to 200
Yeah.
hit points.
This is surely going to Rifle unless or Steven is killed by P5, then that could change. But will it be enough though?
Arctic goes down. Nope, this is not enough. And we
Rifle will get
have
it.
Rival winning this one here. And we are not
Great
gonna
job.
see a 3-0.
Yeah, we didn't catch that Emogi going to get both A and B. That was important, and Rival was able to hold long enough to draw zero gravity's forces to push their spawn and allow Rival to go into C. So I think 0G, that was kind of backfired, to be honest. That comes
Yeah.
push
I,
is exactly what Rival wanted.
I think both teams here made a grave misplay though within this game. Starting off with I think it was Dunk who pushed
Hmm.
first into with his E5 over the side. He got spotted very early. No one else
Hmm.
from Rival was anywhere close to starting the push yet, meaning he
Hmm.
announced something that has yet to even properly begun,
Yeah.
meaning that Zero Gravity did the right choice. They pushed through into the enemy side and
Hmm.
they cleaned up one tank and were close to getting the second. But then their
Hmm.
mistake happened, which is overcommitting for Fiji there at 50B. He was already
Hmm.
down to like 2 or 3 shots, but they sent
Yeah.
4 tanks after him, meaning everything
Oh
behind
yeah.
them just died. Lost the caps and then lost on points here. So both
Very
teams
true
could
indeed.
have won this, but
But the
they didn't play
misplay
the
on
smartest.
zero gravity is a lot bigger here, I would say.
Definitely.
And I'm thinking Dunk. I don't know. Maybe wait a bit longer, but it seems zero gravity didn't care enough for that. So, won't necessarily say it's a huge misplay, but zero gravity definitely, as you said, committing far too many tanks on just 2 tanks and it abandoning all caps,
Mm.
particularly C. Have no idea why they allowed Rival to get C though, because that cap was so close to them, and they could very easily reset that.
Definitely. But now an interesting one here. Still match point for Zero Gravity, but both
Yeah.
teams a double mouse.
Yeah, double bounce. This is interesting call. We're going to see a lot of action around the AV side potentially. The mouse can't climb. The terrain resistance
I have seen
values are
mouses
very
pushed
low.
on the past the church here, and with the rest pushing topside. Endgame has done that before, but
Mm-hmm.
of course we're not
Oh,
watching in game, so let's see what
but Misha
happens.
again spots up. He spotted up Fiji. Rival is actually splitting up though. So this is going to be interesting play by Rival. Will it work?
Zero Gravity is gonna be very aggressive. Look at that double mouse through the street on B here.
But it's too slow because I think Rival's going to split it up. Misses happening, but will Rival be able to respawn to Zero Gravity's push though? Amogi got C, so time is running short for Zero Gravity, but they have done this move very early on. But Rival is given time to respawn. They have now stopped
Yeah.
pushing, but the hit points are now in firm favorite of Zero Gravity.
Yeah, the main brawl here is currently happening at B that is being stopped, meaning Zero Gravity actually capped their small but still significant cap advantage, and as long as they sit in here, that will stay. And we also have the opposing Vickers here currently in no fight engaging, but is gonna steal C, and he can take on the Vickers here if he needs to, because he has that extra 8 points. But his gun is missing in the fight.
Oh, Mitsuharu, I think, bounced its Dominic P6. That was very important. Fiddlebot's gonna kill P6. That's really good. But both Dunk and Steven now dead. Zero Gravity leading by more than 2,000 cap hit points. But Arctic is also dead. Edgy is trying to ram into Mitsuharu, but he drives forward, but he's dead still. So that doesn't matter in the end. And it's now 4 versus 5 for Rifle.
Yeah, we have hit point advantage here quite good now for Zero Gravity here. Oh, the Vickers
Oh,
is
bounce
overcommitting.
from Fishy. And he's killed.
Gets the kill. The Vickers dead now, basically sealing the deal here. With also 2 caps here favoring Zero Gravity after stealing the top side here. See, the Vickers still full HP and he can just unload into the back of these heavies now.
Yeah, Fitch is going to go down in any minute, and he's down now with only Destroyer now one shot. He will be taken out by Nubinator, and that leaves Fiddlebop last person standing.
Yeah, and with that, that's a GG. And Zero Gravity can celebrate their successful revenge game, beating rival here. And what a great
Yeah,
game from them. What a very well played
it
matchup.
was indeed. I think Rival here, I think they know that Zero Gravity was rushing, but I think they got shell shocked. They don't know what to do in this situation. I think they just didn't really do any much of a regrouping in the end. Allowed, invited Zero Gravity to pressure them, and they are also not in really good position. So that allowed Zero Gravity
Yeah.
to get a healthy
Yeah,
hit point lead.
they were very slow with their reactions. Especially
Yeah.
after already seeing those mouses push. They
Mm-hmm.
just were too slow to react to anything,
Yeah.
which resulted in just Zero Gravity taking full advantage of that. It was more or less neck and neck throughout a good portion of this game. But
Yeah.
with that, we have our first finish here, as all of our grand
True.
finals are still going on.
Oh man, that's not good. I don't know. I think we are all tired now. It's now 4:05 in my time. I must get some sleep very quickly.
Mm. So yeah, if you are interested, please go check out the other streamers. PPS
Yeah.
versus Void streamed by 34 on Twitch. You can look for 34 World of Tanks Blitz if you want to find them. We have
Yep.
Fishy and Papa Rage streaming Apex and Joker. Papa Rage doing his stream in in Spanish.
Yeah.
And we have Rain versus Strammer co-commentated by Aminat and Fujit if you are interested in that match. And with that, we'll say bye. Thanks for watching and see you all again next time. Bye bye.
Bye for now. Bye.